is love, sweet love. It's the only.
Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful Monday late morning, and I'm with two awesome characters, Fred Wernig and Deb Hastings. And I'll just start off with a little trivia that you two will know, but most people won't know. That you are the only couple that I have that is together that I have buried both of your spouses.
Yeah, that's a new record.
2007 with Judy.
Yeah.
And I didn't know Judy, but I've heard a lot about her from Gretchen.
Oh, yeah.
And Gretchen is really one of my favorite people, and I'm pretty certain that it was her mom who had a tremendous influence on her.
It's probably true. I get blamed for everything else.
And then 2 years later, Elliot died. And
Yeah.
Elliot, I just remember having great conversations. He was so quiet, but we would have wonderful conversations, even though we saw the world very differently. When I would take him to the hospital a couple times, went golfing. So it's a lot of good memories.
Yeah.
I knew Elliot before I met Debbie. I used to play golf with Elliot at Pheasant Ridge. And when we first started dating, I said, the last time I played golf with your husband, he lost his ball marker, and I gave him a dime. And at the end of the round, he didn't give it back to me. So I told her that, and I don't know, maybe a year later, she left me an envelope with like 35 cents.
Some interest, huh?
Yeah. But no, it's pretty interesting. We always lived 3 miles apart. All have similar friends and different groups, and it all worked out.
Well, I remember one day I was running with Gretchen, and she says, "You're not going to believe who's going out together." And I think I probably had to stop.
Well, the plan was, my first date, Debbie goes, "Well, you want to go to Patrick's?" I said, "Personally, I'd like to get out of town." I said, "Let's go to Franklin. I know a great pizza place over there." And I figured I'd talk to her for the ride over. If it didn't seem like it was going to work out, I'd get the pizza to go and come back. But it worked out.
Yeah. So when was that?
November
Of
15th or something, or 17th.
yeah, of 19.
I'm 19,
Right.
so it's been like almost 20 months now. And we've been living together, 16 months. I had my knee done right around then.
Oh, that's
So I
right.
had my knee done in February, so I moved in February of,
Well, you moved in with a nurse.
yeah, I know. She got me my own bed for downstairs and everything for it.
And I heard she wears that cute outfit.
Well, I've been trying to get her to wear one. I've always had a thing for nurses. Since I was a little kid, we had a nursing school up the street, and my buddies and I would always go stand on the wall there and check out the windows and see if we got lucky or something.
Well, I think you got lucky now.
Oh yeah, I'm happy.
So, Fred, what other than a relationship with Deb, since you sold your store, what have you been up to?
Usually in the winter I work at Gunstock. In the summer I work at Meadowbrook backstage, kind of like a sous chef for a real cook from Moe's. And that's a great job. There's I think there's only about 3 guys that work backstage. And they're all young girls. And one mother that runs the whole thing, and and you meet a lot of interesting characters and performers. And it's a great summer job.
What performers have you met?
Darius Rucker, a whole bunch of them. There's too many. Chris Stapleton. They all, we do a buffet for them, and they all love coming there because Meadowbrook treats them like $1 million, gives them everything free, 3 meals a day. I usually leave by 3 o'clock, and that's when we bring a rowboat in, put a few hundred pounds of ice in it, and that night they'll fill it up with lobster, oysters,
Wow.
everything. And prime rib, you name it, whatever they want.
Now, is Meadowbrook completely shut down for the summer?
Yeah. It's too bad. A lot of people, I think there are like 600 people that work there.
Yeah.
But they'll bounce right back.
Yep. Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yeah, it's a big outfit with Live Nation now.
And how many years ago, Deb, did you get your PhD?
Oh, I think it was 07 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was 07. It's been a while.
And what led to that?
To getting the PhD?
Yeah.
I had been teaching at St. Anselm College, and at that time, they were really encouraging faculty to go back and get a doctoral degree. But I really thought I'd be there forever, and so I started. And actually, the program was the first online PhD program in nursing in the country. And of course, now they're all online. But back then, it was sort of, is it going to work? And so I thought this is a good time. Plus, if I didn't start when I did, I would have to redo the GRE, which I did not want to do.
Yes.
So I started, and then I took a break from working and decided I was just doing a course or two at a time, and I just really wanted to finish. So I left St. A's and thought I'll do this full time, get the PhD, and then go back. And then this position at Dartmouth-Hitchcock opened up. So I actually started a new position in the middle of my doctoral work, which probably wasn't the greatest idea. But so the reason going back was because it was really becoming more of a requirement in academia. But when I went to DH, I didn't really need it, but I thought I'm halfway through it, I might as well finish it. So, and I'm glad I did. It was sort of a personal goal of mine. I'm glad I did.
Yep.
It took longer than I had anticipated just because of the change in positions and all that, but I'm glad I did.
And as a medical professional, what is your assessment of the whole pandemic?
Well, I mean, I think we should all be careful. I'm very much in support of wearing masks in public and social distancing. I think we should continue to be careful.
Yep.
We haven't seen the people, at least at Dartmouth-Hitchcock, that we had prepared for, but we were prepared, and of course now it's pretty much open up for business as usual, but we're also anticipating that it could change,
Yep.
Particularly with more and more public areas opening up. So, we're ready, but I think we should all pay attention to the caution that healthcare professionals are advising, people who have done the research and know that you really should take it seriously.
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And Fred, you have a place on, is it Diamond?
Diamond Island.
How
yeah.
long have you had that?
This is my 20th summer.
20th summer.
Deb's second summer. It used to be like a real guy's place for the last 11, 12 years. Tools all over the place. Now it looks like a little room in Home Goods.
I love it.
And then Keith and Gretchen were out there this weekend. Jason and Dana were out there, and all the kids. And
Dan.
my son Dan's back from Chicago for 3 weeks. They live smack dab in Chicago. They're enjoying it back here.
Oh, I bet.
I think in another year they might move back, because 3 months in Chicago during COVID, he goes, we were just stuck inside the whole time. But we had a great time out there this weekend. But you're speaking of crowds, like I saw a picture of Braun Bay, and it was like this whole field going down, full of boats and people swimming.
Oh.
I mean, take Patrick's parking lot. 3 of those parking lots, just full of boats, all partying away. They're crazy.
Yeah, it's so irresponsible, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that anyway, but particularly now, people should be, I think, a little
I think
more
the
careful.
supermarket and Lowe's, it seems like everybody is wearing masks more.
Yep.
They should just say, hey, you want to come in and wear a mask? Our employees are wearing masks. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
Better
Yeah, I
be
was at
safe.
Hannaford's this morning, and it had seemed like the last couple of weeks I saw more and more people not wearing their masks. Still a majority wearing them, but this morning I think almost everyone I saw, of course it was early, probably older people.
Yep.
Plus we had some tourists too, you know, so.
Yeah.
But no, we lucked out. We had a great weekend. The riding lawnmower was busted, so got about 2 acres of push lawnmower.
Here or there?
Here.
Yeah, you got
The
a couple
island,
good
we don't
workers,
have
huh?
grass. We don't want
Yeah.
grass at the island.
Gandini Boys Landscaping Services
Yeah,
working for
they're
us
available.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle and Patrick have done some work at our house.
Yeah.
They just did Carrigan's house across the street.
So I saw Patrick earlier on his bike.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty intense.
I rode 13 miles today with him. Not with him. 2 weeks ago, we rode 30 miles. We put the bikes in the boat, went over to Wolf
This on a
Road.
motorcycle or a
I have
Bicycle.
I have bicycles,
Okay.
but mine's got an electric assist. But riding up this hill,
Oh my gosh.
the last half I got a zigzag on the highest power on the electric bike. But we went to Wolfboro, hopped on the bike trail, went 10 miles out. It's a great bike trail or jogging trail. Came to the highway. I said, "Oh, Patrick, we can just go left, and this will bring us back into Wolfboro." 20 miles later, after switching off onto 28 and going up and down, it was like a 3-hour bike ride, 30 miles. The battery was flashing. I was pedaling hard.
No water.
No water.
Oh my. Yeah. So Deb and Fred live at the top of Wild Acres and Liberty. It's an incredible house, an incredible view, a great spot. The little swimming pool over here.
Yeah, usually you see Mount Washington, but not without the snow today. Yeah, it's a great spot. See a lot of wildlife.
So Deb, how do you handle the commute to Dartmouth?
Well, right now I'm working from home.
Oh, you are.
So
So
I'm
that
going
must
up
be nice.
a day or two a week. It's great. Prior to that, I was staying up there during the week with a friend. But this has been sort of really great for me to be able to stay home and, again, just go up a day or two a week. It's been great to be home every night. And right now, those of us who are working remotely are doing so until early September, and then things will be reevaluated. So we'll see what happens in the fall. But it's going great. I mean, meetings that would have been face-to-face are just on WebEx or Zoom. And any meetings I have with folks, I do a lot of academic counseling for folks who are interested in getting into nursing or working toward an advanced degree. I just do them on the phone.
Yeah.
It works perfectly for them and for me. They don't have to come to my office. So it's really working quite well.
You know, I think a lot of businesses have discovered they can be efficient and effective
Yeah.
without having people spend an hour or 2 hours in their car
Well,
every
that's
day.
the thing. It gave me 3 hours back, 'cause it's an hour and a half each way,
Yep.
no matter what
It's a
I do.
horrible drive.
Yeah, it really is. So it's been great. And then at the end of the day, we've been going for walks, which we haven't been able to do. And even on Friday, we can get out to the island quicker because I'm not driving back from Lebanon.
it's
So
nice.
it works out really well. Yeah.
Good. So beside the island and some walks, what have you guys been doing to take care of yourselves?
Yeah. Planning on. We were supposed to be in Italy right now
Right
for
now,
our wedding. That was canceled.
His niece's wedding.
But now we're going to Alaska. What?
The
July
end of
30th.
July. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm psyched about that.
You remember my niece Jamie? She lives
yes.
there. She lives there. She has 4 boys, and Katie and I were there a couple years ago. But again, it's been a year and a half since we saw them, so it's time to go visit again. And Fred's never been, so we'll stay with her in Anchorage and then do some.
They have a
trips.
camper,
So we'll.
so we got free lodging, a camper. I'm psyched. I've been everywhere in the United States, but never to Alaska.
Well, you know, I know people who have traveled all over the world, and
Yeah.
Alaska, as Alaska is one of people's favorite spots.
I don't know. It's gonna be
It's
fun.
beautiful. Yeah.
It can
And
be bad during mosquito season, I understand.
Oh.
I guess
I won't like that.
It-
But
we
bring
must-
some long sleeves.
we must have bypassed it by now, I think. But
Yeah.
what I love the long days in the summer. It's great. When we were there a couple of years ago, I was sitting out on the deck with my niece, and I was getting a little tired. What time is it? You know, it was like 1 in the morning. She's like, no wonder we're tired. But you know, it had just started to get a little dusky.
That'll be an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Daylight all day.
I don't know what I would do because I go to bed about 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, they have.
Yeah.
Everybody has those dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's beautiful, and we'll go to a couple of Jamie's favorite towns. Katie and I have been, and I've talked to Fred about a couple of them. This town called Talkeetna, which is in the sort of base of Denali, really, and beautiful area. You can fly over the glacier, and
So you fly from Logan or from Manchester?
so Logan to Seattle, then change in Seattle.
Yep.
Yeah, and we have Alaska Air Miles, so that was a good deal too. So I think it only cost us like $50 around, for both of us round trip with my miles.
Wow, that's
So-
awesome.
It's
That's
gonna
great.
be a fun vacation.
Yeah. So we're excited about it, and yeah.
And her niece has 4 boys, and I've met them all before. They're all great little kids, so it should be fun.
We actually were in the Dominican Republic with them last year, and they had never met Fred, and her little one, who was 4 at the time,
Yeah. we're at a crepe shack on the beach having crepes and standing there looking at the ocean, and this little kid looks up to me and says, "You know, Fred, you got a big belly." I said, "You got all these people on the beach you can talk about, and you have to talk about my stomach." Jeez. So it should be fun. Oh, thank you. Guys zoom in. I'll suck it in. Heck, I was talking to a neighbor today that I used to work at the post office with in Laconia. He was walking down the hill. He lives down the hill. He's 91 years old. Does 65 crunches every other day. He used to do one-hand push-ups in the post office, but he's got bad knees now. But when you look at him physically, for 91, he looks like Jack LaLanne, you know. Jeez.
A lot of people won't know who that is.
Oh, that's true. Well,
people watching this will
yeah,
know.
yeah. I was going to say the age bracket. I was going to say if you started allowing people back into church by age, the young people will never have a chance of getting in there.
Well, and I think every time you come to church, Fred, you sign in under where it says member, you say occasional or casual or something.
Casual member.
Yeah.
And I had planned, before this all started, I was going to, like, the next time you had the little group of people up there, I was going to say, well, wait, I'm going to go up and join.
Well, we have standards.
Oh, yes, all right.
They're pretty low.
All right.
Well, you know, the amazing thing is your brother, Joe, is a
yeah.
member, but your attendance the last year and a half has been better. We need to
I tell
work
you,
on that, boy.
It's been a while. It's been a while for me.
Well, he's got a new great summer job now. So
Joey, oh yeah, he's working at Ames Farm,
dream.
the
Oh, that's
cycle,
right.
yeah,
cutting
he
the
loves
grass
it.
and
Oh,
stuff.
that's a great setting over there.
Yeah, he posts pictures while he's having lunch. You know, right on the water.
Yeah, I might go there at the end of the summer, look for something to do. But we'll see.
Awesome. Well, I thank you for spending some time with me.
Thanks.
Well,
Glad
thanks
this
for
worked
And
out.
coming.
continue to be smart and safe.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
will.
I'm anxious to see some pictures when you get back from Alaska.
All right.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you got to come out to the island sometime.
I'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No electricity, but got a nice outhouse.
Perfect. Great. Hey, thanks.
Thanks.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.